Let's put shoes home, but this is what it's all about. So thank you all for coming. I'm Danielle Tyler, Artistic Director of Darknight, which I wouldn't be if it wasn't for the man we came to honor tonight, Patrick Clancy. Just a quick run, please turn off your cell phones or anything else that's electronic or whatever. No pictures, but if you really want to, no flashes, please, no flashes, because they really get on with the, and try to mute it so it's just we don't ever see it. No video or anything like that. Bathrooms you all saw, which are over there. It's going to be a really interesting night, because tonight you're going to see kind of this conglomeration of what Darknight is. Readings, stage readings, productions, full productions of original works and established works, some singing, and a really incredible video snippet that you're going to see at the end of the last performance that Tom Clancy performed in. So I'm hoping that you guys will have a wonderful time, and if something's funny, laugh a lot. And if something makes you tear up, it's all good. But we're all here to celebrate. We're all here to celebrate Tom and what he brought together. So I hope that you will enjoy Tom's legacy as much as we have. Enjoy your show.
There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be someone to watch over me. I'm a little lamb that's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who'll watch over me. Although he may not be the man some girls think of as handsome, to my heart he'll carry the key. Won't you tell him, please, to put on some speed, follow my lead? Oh, how I need someone to watch over me. Someone to watch over me. Thank you. My name is Tracy Timmons, and I was very lucky to get to work with Tom on many occasions. One of my favorites was doing his show, Ladies in Waiting. He wrote me into the play, and that song, Someone to Watch Over Me, figured pretty prominently in that show. So it was our song. And I felt never more so than now when the reason we're even here doing this for you is that we know that he is always watching over us, which is a great comfort to us. I also was very lucky to be a part of Natural Causes, his last show that you're going to see a little bit of later tonight, and those two were just really great theatrical experiences. Even more important than that to me, though, even more than any of our professional collaboration, the thing I loved most was literally sitting in a diner with Tom and talking about theater. He was one of the smartest people that I knew, and just got it. You could talk about characters and scripts and plots, and and he was just really a great person to talk to about that. So to move forward, I want to ask you a question. Am I the only one who has weird and challenging relatives? Yeah, I didn't think so. I want to introduce you now to Sean, Kathleen, and Andrew. Sean and Andrew are estranged brothers. Sean is a successful marketing executive. Andrew is a linguist, historian, writer, and an expert on flowers. Kathleen is their 72-year-old aunt, their deceased mother's younger sister. Kathleen and Andrew live together in Burlington, Vermont, where she cares for Andrew. He has cancer and hasn't long to live. Sean lives in Texas, and Kathleen has convinced him to come for a visit to attempt a final reconciliation. So hold on to your hats. It is not quite as obvious as it sounds. So I now present to you The Last Rose of Summer by the wonderful, talented Thomas P. Clancy. Thank you.
So listen, I think I'm going to run to the store and pick up some milk and sugar. Yeah. Oh, and maybe some butter.
Don't forget the sugar.
And maybe some napkins.
Don't forget the milk.
And Kathleen? Don't forget the milk.
Don't forget the sugar.
You know, you're my nephews, and I love you both. Ooh.
Goodbye, Aunt Kathleen. Andrew, I didn't mean for us to argue. I was looking to spend a couple of days with you to talk, to get some very important things straight.
Sounds ominous. Talking is the least effective way to communicate. It takes time away from other things. Anyway, we're different people, always will be. You think I'm too rigid and confrontational, and I think you're too accommodating, too accepting.
Funny
What is?
how people use the words confrontational. Actually, Andrew, you seldom confront things. You reject. You ignore. You don't perfectly confront, do you? So let's talk.
About what?
Let's talk about history. We're in your house. Let's talk about what we're good at. History.
What history?
What about our history?
Don't push it.
Okay? Okay. And Kathleen tells me you're finishing up some articles for a series. What are they about?
I wanted it to be a book, but there isn't enough time.
What's the subject?
I don't know.
I don't understand. How can you
I
not?
don't know, all right? There are all these essays about historical moments, events, but what do they mean? What's the connection?
Why does there have to be a connection?
Of course there has to be a connection.
Hear me out, hear me out. Germany today has nothing to do with Germany 1935. The Catholic Church now is not the Church of the Inquisition. We've gone from slavery to a black president. Don't get me wrong, history matters. But once you're a couple of generations removed from the events, people create new history, new culture. There are momentums, motivations, dynamic needs.
So, tell me, Professor, you're going to tell me about history.
You're not listening. I'm talking to you about people, events, dates, places. That's all well and good, but before you can know history, you need to know people.
And you know people.
Well, that's what marketing is. Understanding people and why they do what they do, and when they want, and why they want to do it.
Let's talk about roses.
Later. Let's talk about people. Let's talk about us.
Should we be getting philosophic or sentimental?
Let's try truthful.
Sean, I'm not looking for any more drama, okay, in my life, and there already is. I didn't get stuck here. I chose here. Most of my friends moved away or dead, or for the past 40 years or so, they've been here with me, living a real life, a true life. Is that why you came here, to compare lives? Listen, we choose our own.
Sometimes not. Sometimes you deal with the cards you're dealt.
Cards dealt. So you're feeling like what? Oh, victimized?
I don't know how I feel. You're dying complicates things.
Sorry to inconvenience.
So, you think I don't know people?
You know how to sell things to people. That's not the same thing as knowing people. For God's sake, you barely know yourself.
You'd be surprised at what I know.
Sean, please, don't start.
You'd be surprised.
What the hell do you know?
I know everything.
Everything. Well, everything's a lot to know.
Well, I know that you,
I can't do this now.
I know that you...
What do you know?
I know that I'm not Jonathan's father. You are. I know that you fucked my wife 6 months after we were married. I know that because of you, most of my life has been a lie. Say something, you prick. Say something.
How's she? Sean, I didn't know that Jonathan was my... Please, I swear.
2 years ago, Jonathan needed a physical his senior year for rugby. Mark needed one for ROTC. They both went to my best friend, Dr. Koenig. He told me about the discrepancies in their blood tests. Violated the rules for him to tell me, but you see, Andrew, that's what best friends do. We didn't tell the boys. How could we? Samantha admitted everything. 3 years ago. And by the way, you were wrong. I divorced her. She did not divorce me.
Please, let me explain.
Samantha explained.
No, Sean, your life is not a lie. Jonathan and you loving each other is not a lie. What Samantha and I did, that is a lie. When you got divorced 2 years ago and stopped calling and writing, I never thought it was this.
How could you?
Please forgive me, Sean. It's been almost 24 years now.
How could you?
Listen, Sean, it was about her being mad because you were going away on business again. It was about me being lonely and jealous. It was about too much scotch, Sean. It was about too much scotch. About 15 minutes. It was about being stupid and selfish. Sean, it was about 15 fucking minutes.
Since I've got here, I've listened to you bullshit about living your life, your way, and how I've always compromised.
No, and that's what it is, Sean. Bullshit. You were the one with the friends and the family and the future. I've got nothing, Sean. I lost you.
You woe is me prick. I'm the one who's never had you. Damn it. I'm glad you're dying. You hear me? I am glad.
I'm sorry, Sean.
Yeah. Why won't you die? Why won't you die? Fucker. Hey,
Stop it! Mother of God, stop it! Andrew, you're hurt, your eye. Sean, are you okay? It's like...
Stop fussing.
Heavens.
Stop fucking.
Don't yell at her.
God damn it.
All right, let's put a stop to this right now. You should both be ashamed of yourselves. Do you hear me? Now, did I miss anything?
suppose it broke off.
Oh, that is such a shame. But you know, they'll all be back in the spring.
In the spring.
Well, what now?
Oh no.
Maybe we can talk some more.
Yeah. Let's talk some.
Good evening, folks. I just want to share a couple memories with about our dear Tom. He and I actually did a couple of acting experiences way before Dark Knight was center stage. I had the honor of being in 12 Angry Men and Dark of the Moon with him. Love you, Conjure Man. God bless you. So this next script that we are presenting to you is by Tom Clancy himself, and it was discovered in his collection of plays after he passed. So this is an original script, and there's a note from the director, Josh Miller, I'd like to share this with you. Theater is very mercurial by nature. Technological advances and new subjects for writers like Tom are abounding constantly. But certain themes are timeless, like age, love, and the unshakable bond between sisters. Ladies and gentlemen, the world premiere of Tom Clancy's For Always.
Oh, Danny, it's you. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, Marshall told me that you were flying to Chicago on business. I'm so sorry you had to come all the way back to Richmond.
It's okay, sis, it's okay. I'm here now.
Oh, Danny, I think I'm going crazy.
Calm down. Just tell me what happened. Marcia said something about Dad getting hit by a taxi. How did that happen?
Danny, this is the third time this month he has wandered. He forgets to take his medication and he just wanders. I have to go to work. I can't stay with him all day. And he refuses to have a home attendant. You know how he is. I don't want strangers in my home. It's not my fault.
Nobody said it was, sis.
I don't understand. I don't understand. He's only 70. He's only 70. That's not old. That's like 55 or what 60 used to be. Mom's only been gone for 1 year. What's happening to him?
Annie, he was already getting slower both physically and mentally before Mom died. I mean, the diabetes medication and the high blood pressure, they all impact on his faculties. I mean, last month Dr. Simmons told us that his condition would worsen quickly. He told us that these
I
things
know what
happen.
the doctor told us. I'm not ready. It's not fair.
You're getting excited again. Calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down. I don't want to calm down. Mom is gone and Dad isn't Dad anymore. Uncle Louie's gone. Grandma and Grandpa are gone. I'm the one who takes care of him, not you. You've never taken care of him. You only visit him once a month. If we lose him, I'm all alone, and you go back to Marsha and the boys. You don't care. That's why you're so calm. You just don't care.
It's not fair. Oh my God.
Is everything all right?
Yes, nurse, we're sorry. We're both upset about our father. He's the one who was just...
Oh, you mean Mr. Rohan? Dr. Simmons says he'll be fine. Mostly bumps and bruises, but he'll want to speak to you in a few minutes, so I'll come get you when he's ready.
Thank you, nurse. We'll be right here.
I didn't mean it, Danny.
It's okay, sis.
No, it's not. You've been really good to me and Dad financially, and I know you have your own family and a business to run. It's not fair for me to be complaining. I know you and Dad never got along.
Listen to me, Annie. He's my father, and I love him. But no, we're not close. He never had time for me growing up, and he was always taking Mom for granted. I wanted him to get to know his grandsons, but he wasn't interested. Well, Connor is 13 now, and Brian is 11, and they never got to know their grandfather.
It's not that Dad doesn't love you or the boys. It's just that he's stubborn.
Oh, it's just that Marsha's Jewish. It's just that I'm in public relations. It's just that I'm a Democrat who likes tennis and theater. You know, Dad has his life, but there's never been room for people who are different.
I know, Danny. I know. I'm not like you. I'm not as brave or as smart or as hardworking as you. I'm probably never going to be married. So taking care of Dad is who I am. Dr. Simmons says that we're going to have to put him in a nursing home. Next time it won't be bumps and bruises. You know, when we were younger, when we were kids, we were much closer, you and I. We used to play ball. I wasn't very good at it, and we would go to the movies, and we would say that we would be best friends for always. Remember? And then we got older, and you got married, and had kids. And I never could talk to people, so I ended up.
Stop it. You're very pretty. You're a talented painter. You're a competent secretary. You chose to hide at home with Mom and Dad. You're only 43 years old.
If we have to put Dad in a nursing home, what am I going to do? I can't live alone.
I'll get you an apartment near us. You'll get to know your nephews. You'll visit Dad. You'll go back to art class. You'll make lots of friends there. You'll have a real life.
We used to be best friends. Remember?
Annie, don't be afraid. We can do this. Dad needs full-time help now, and Dr. Simmons is right about the nursing home.
Oh, he's going to be so unhappy.
Dad being unhappy has nothing to do with us. We love him, but we have to do what's necessary.
Dr. Simmons will see you now.
We're coming, nurse.
Okay. Please follow me when you have a chance.
Okay. Annie.
I know. It's time.
I love you, sis.
For always?
Tom Clancy always said that Dark Knight could create any world with a table and 2 chairs. In the last few steps, that minimal set concept takes us inside a prison. In just a few minutes, Tom's brilliant words take us inside the minds of 5 men in prison. As a fellow inmate, 2 guards and a priest helped Jake prepare to take those last few steps. I had the honor and privilege of appearing in the original production of this play, and the memory is funny. I remember very little about performing this play, a stressful time of my life, but I vividly remember something special that happened between Tom and me. I had a few plays under my belt with Tom, and he asked me to play this role. I was honored. He was directing. When the performance dates were announced, I realized that I had a personal conflict, a family conflict, and I wouldn't be able to perform the second night. And I was terrified, I was upset, I felt very guilty. And you know those phone calls you have to make where you pick up the phone, and then you put it down, you start to dial, you put the phone down. Finally, I built up the courage, because I had to call Tom and tell him I couldn't perform. I was worried about how he would react. Tom couldn't have been nicer. He said, "Don't worry about it. I'll do it the second night. I'll play the role. No big deal. Family always comes first." Tom always reminded me of that. Family comes first. That's what I remember about this play. And if I could say something to Tom today, I would say that I really appreciated that. I appreciate you. I thank you, and I miss you. Ladies and gentlemen, the last few steps.
Inside me, leave me on my way. Oh Lord, live inside me, leave me on my way. Leave me home, leave me home.
Good morning, Jake. How are you? Jake? All right.
How the hell do you think I am?
You haven't touched your food. Cookie made your favorite.
Yeah,
He knew it'd be your
I
last.
can't eat right now. I can't even think about eating. In a few minutes, I will.
Jake, come on. Jake, buddy. This is important. Known each other for what, about 3 years now? You've always been square with me. I've come to respect you despite anything you may have done in the past. Don't ruin all that now that it's at the end, you know, and don't let all the other prisoners and guards hear you talking like this.
I thought I'd be ready. I'm sorry. I did. I thought that when the time came that I would be prepared, but I'm not ready.
I'm sorry about that, Jake. Hi, Frank. Is Father Reardon here yet?
Yeah, sure thing, boss. He's making his rounds now. He'll be by to speak to our boys soon. How are you, Jake?
You too.
Not hungry, huh? You need your energy. Today's the big day.
The big day? Trying to be a smart ass or something?
Frank, there's no call for this.
I don't know why you pamper these guys. They break the law, walk around here like they're tough as nails, and as soon as it's time to face the music, they all just...
Frank, just take the food away, bring in Father Reardon.
Sure, boss. See you soon, Jake.
That little prick.
Don't let him get under your skin, Jake. Just try to relax. You'll be okay when it's time.
Relax. I don't know why they're doing this to me. Why are they doing this?
Jake.
Why?
Because it's the law, that's why. Your attorney explained all of this to you. The law is absolute on this. You've known this day was coming for years. It's how it is, and that's all there is to it. I'm sorry.
God help me.
You will, my son. You will.
Father, I didn't think you were gonna
Come to see you? Jake, I would never let you face this alone. You know that.
Please. Help me, Father. What am I gonna do?
You're going to trust in God. He will protect you. He will look after you. Remember, He will protect you and He will save you, okay?
I'm scared, Father.
Don't be scared. You're going to a better place.
Going to a better place. Where I'm going is to hell. Or worse. Nothing at all.
Don't say that, Jake.
Father, please, just shut up.
Jake?
Just shut
That's
up!
enough. We won't have you talking to Father Reardon like that.
It's all right, Larry. Jake didn't mean it.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me, but you have to understand.
We'll pray together. We'll pray for forgiveness and the strength to face whatever is coming. Okay?
We'll pray.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Hail Mary, full of grace.
Father, the warden said it'd be alright for Leo to say goodbye to Jake.
Jake. Jake, we're gonna miss you.
Hey, Leo, look, I'm really sorry about
Don't worry
everything.
about it, kid. I understand. Hey, I hope you're listening to Father here. He'll set you straight.
Yeah, look, I didn't mean to. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say
Don't,
is that
kid. Don't. Come on. Anything's better than this. Men shouldn't have to live in cages like animals. No matter what we've done, we ain't animals. What do you say, Jake? Show this asshole what you're made of. Listen, someday my day's gonna come, and when it does, I'm gonna embrace it. Do you hear me? I'll be happy when it comes.
There's another tough guy I heard from, you know, they're all tough until they actually...
Frank, I've had enough out of you. Knock it off. Leo, I'm gonna need you to finish your goodbyes.
Sure, boss. Well, kid, this is it.
Leo, man, you've been like an older brother to me.
Don't
I don't really know.
Don't sweat. Maybe we'll meet up someday in another place.
Yeah, I doubt. Look, goodbye.
Goodbye, kid.
Take Leo back to his cell. Get back here quick. I need you to help get Jake ready.
Yeah, I'll hurry back, alright?
Larry, how much time do we have?
Not much, Father.
I'm not ready for this. I can't.
Yes, you can, Jake. Yes, you can.
Ready or not, Jake, this has to happen.
Jake, listen to me. Look at me. You're going to face this. I know you can get through it. It's just those last few steps, and then this will all be behind you. No more guards, no more bars, just a kind of freedom.
I can't.
Father Reardon's right. We've gotten you this far. You have to take those last few steps alone. How you take them can make all the difference in the world. You do it with your head up like a man who's ready to show responsibility. Show the other prisoners, show Frank the kind of man you are. Frank's coming now, Jake. It's time.
It can't be time.
Jesus' mercy.
I can't.
It's time, Jake.
I'm not ready for this. God, I'm not ready for this. Please, somebody help me. God, please, somebody help me.
Alright, Jake. This envelope contains $300 spending money. I have to name you a parole officer and the name of the boarding house you'll be registered in as of tonight. Your sister will be picking you up out front in a couple of minutes. If you have any questions, call your parole officer. Let's get moving.
I'm not ready. I can't.
God is with you, my son. Trust in God.
Please don't make me.
Just take those last few steps, Jake.
I'm not ready.
Goodbye, Jake. Good luck.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Produced a show about military monologues written by real people. That was the same year that the US first started to pull out of Iraq, so there was a focus on Gulf War monologues. And the proceeds from that show went to benefit the wounded warriors. I had the great fortune to portray the American Thai war hero and now Senator-elect Tammy Duckworth in that show, while Tom Clancy portrayed Rod Powers, who was an ex-military commander, and he was grumpy, old school, and funny. As with all of Tom's performances, he was a hit. So please welcome George Dominic as he represents the Rod Powers monologue in a tribute to Tom's performance.
I'm over 60. And the armed forces thinks I'm too old to track down terrorists. You can't be older than 42 to join the military. They've got the whole thing ass backwards. Instead of sending 18-year-olds off to fight, they ought to take us old guys. You shouldn't be able to join the army until you're at least 35. For starters, researchers say that 18-year-olds think about sex once every 10 seconds. Us old guys, a couple times a day, leaving us an additional 28,000 seconds to track down terrorists. Young guys haven't lived long enough to be cranky. You know, a cranky soldier is a dangerous soldier. Your back hurts. You can't sleep. You're hungry. You're tired. We are impatient. And maybe letting us kill some asshole that desperately deserves it will make us feel better and shut us up for a while. An 18-year-old doesn't even like getting up before 10 a.m. Us old guys, we get up early to pee. You know? So what the hell? Besides, like I said, I'm tired and I can't sleep. And since I'm up already, I might as well be out there killing some fanatical son of a bitch. If captured, we couldn't spill the beans. We'd forget. Name, rank, and serial number would be a real brain teaser. Boot camp would be easier for old guys. We're used to getting screamed at and yelled at, and we're used to soft food. We've also developed an appreciation for guns. We've been using them for years as a way to get out of the house, away from the screaming and yelling. It could lighten up on the obstacle course, however. And I've been in combat, and I've never seen one 20-foot wall with a rope hanging. Nor did I ever do any push-ups until after I completed basic training. Actually, the running part is kind of stupid too. I've never seen anybody outrun a bullet. An 18-year-old has a whole world ahead of him. He's still learning to shave, how to talk to a pretty girl. He still hasn't figured out that a baseball cap has to be worn over his eyes to shade his eyes instead of putting the brim in the back to shade his neck. These are all great reasons to keep our kids at home She'll learn a little more about life and before sending them out into harm's way. Those old guys track down those dirty, rotten characters. The last thing an enemy would want to see is a couple of million pissed off old farts with attitudes and automatic weapons. We know our best years are already behind us. They'd be floored. Hey, how about recruiting women over 50? In menopause. You think men have attitudes? Oh, God!
I met Tom Clancy when I first moved to New York City, and we were involved in some productions with a company called Art Group. Soon after that, he invited me to perform in a show that he was directing with this little company called Darknight. And I was in a production of Laundry and Bourbon. You'll see an excerpt from that in Act 2 of tonight's performance. When he invited me to be a part of that, the folks from Darknight, and especially the other individuals involved in that show, we all became family. And it was a tremendous experience for me and a tremendous lesson about inclusiveness and welcoming someone in. Tom was huge when it came to inclusiveness. He wanted people to have an opportunity not just to act, but also to write. And if you were a writer, it didn't matter if you were used to writing theater pieces or not, he wanted to give you a chance to do that. One of Tom's doctors, Dr. Lee Markowitz, wrote a screenplay that Tom adapted for the stage so that you could hear it read on stage with real actors, and Dr. Markowitz could maybe make some adjustments. Dr. Markowitz is here tonight. So that screenplay and the play that was adapted from that screenplay was about a dad who was very passionate about making sure that his daughter did not become just another statistic as a smoker. She was a teenager, and he was willing to do anything he had to do, risking his privacy, his marriage, and even his life to prevent his teenage daughter from becoming a smoking statistic. So, tonight we present an excerpt from A Family Matter, written by Dr. Lee Markowitz and adapted for the stage by Thomas Patrick Clancy.
Good evening, Madam. 2?
3 altogether. My husband should be here soon.
Would you like smoking or non-smoking?
Oh, non-smoking. Thank you.
Right this way. Would you like anything to drink before ordering?
Just water for now, please. We'll order when my husband arrives.
Fine, and I'll bring some bread.
How are my ladies?
Fine, how was work?
The usual. So, we decided what to eat?
No, we were waiting for you. Is everybody hungry?
Not really.
Maybe just a nice slice of pizza.
What a surprise. Don't you ever order any...
after dinner, can you take me to a mall for a few minutes?
Stacy, come on, it's a school night.
I know, but Alana and Wyatt, they're gonna be there for school, and I thought...
Stacy, you're at the mall more than you're in school or at home. Just hold off tonight, do some homework, help your mother. Friday I'll take you wherever you want.
What's wrong?
I can't believe they're smoking like 10 feet from us. This little partition is supposed to make this area smoke-free.
Come on, not even for a few minutes, I just wanna say hi.
You could say hi to them tomorrow at school. This is ridiculous. How are we supposed to enjoy our...
Calm down, Jack.
I'm going to ask for a different table. Waitress!
Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, we're inhaling all this smoke from the next table. It's going to ruin our meal.
I'm sorry, sir. There will be another table further away. In about 20 minutes, it should be free.
Nothing sooner.
I'm afraid not. I'll let you know when it's available.
Minutes.
If you want to leave, we can leave. How about Mario's?
I hate Mario's.
All right, let's get out of here.
That was so humiliating. Ugh.
What is your problem? Those teenagers at Mario's were smoking, so we ordered to go.
Everybody calm down, please.
What's the problem? You start lecturing the waitress for letting teenagers smoke at their restaurant? Everyone would look at us. Dad, I know those people.
Would you just be quiet and eat? A lot of her friends are smoking. I really hope she stops.
I'm sure she's not. She knows how we feel about it.
I just hate to see it.
I'm sure she's not, Jack. She's a good girl.
Listen, we have to get back in time for English. Cause Mrs. Harrison knows my mom and I don't want her to be suspicious. Okay, I think I hear my dad on the stairs. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay?
If you're hungry, we left you some chicken in the fridge.
I'm not hungry. Besides, I got homework to do.
Look, honey, I'm sorry if I embarrassed you. I didn't mean to. You know how I feel about smoking. I'm worried. Last week, when I was picking you up at the mall, I thought I saw Wyatt and Alana smoking.
Dad, you're obsessing over this. Not everyone feels the way you do. It's tobacco, not heroin. And it's legal. Anyways, I don't smoke, so stop worrying.
Okay. As long
I
as you're not
just said I'm
smoking.
not.
See you in the morning, baby.
Okay.
Good night.
Your daddy's little girl and hold a precious gem is what you are. Your mommy's bright and shining star.
Mom, I thought I heard you come in. Look,
I've decided not to say anything to your father about the cigarettes. I always thought that smoking was a bad choice to make. I simply want you to consider what you're doing. The health risks are there, and they're not going to go away. Would you at least consider what I'm talking about?
Okay, I'll think about it.
For everyone's sake, fine.
Are you gonna say anything about cutting class?
No, you are.
Oh, Mom, please. I won't do it again. It's just that Alana really wanted.
Stop it, Stacy. Damn it, I'm not talking about Alana. I'm talking about you. Smoking, cutting class, I'm sick of it.
It's not even cutting. We only missed lunch and study hall.
You're going to tell your father about cutting class, or I'm going to tell him everything.
Okay, fine.
I'm afraid. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? There might have been a time when I would give myself away. Oh, once upon a time I didn't give a
Stacy, listen, Oh, you have got to be kidding me! Put that thing out. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Dad, I'm sorry. I just needed one to relax. God, how long am I grounded for?
Grounded? No. This is not kid stuff. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Dad, it's okay. A lot of kids in school smoke. And I hardly ever do it.
What's going on? Stacy, you promised.
Promised? You knew about this.
Stacy, we had an agreement.
I know. I just needed one. Dad, I can stop if I want, but I'm old enough to make up my own mind.
Stacy. Stacy, go to bed.
Wait, that's all? That's it?
Get to bed.
Fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will love like you do. Girls become lovers who turn into mothers. So mothers, be good to your daughters too.
This is difficult to say. I'm thinking about it a lot. I don't think there's anything else that makes much sense to me at this point. I want everyone to know I love you all very much.
Jack, are you ill?
No. Just let me explain. Try to understand what's happening. As you know, I've always been very much against anyone smoking. I've always felt it's one of the worst things a person can do to themselves. I never smoked. I wouldn't hang out with people who smoked. I wouldn't date women who smoked. Never liked being around it, and I know it can cause cancer and other diseases. Now, Stacy, seeing you smoke last night didn't just make me angry, it made me scared.
But Dad, I told you this.
No, darling, no more arguing. This is a matter of life and death. I really believe that. I want you to stop smoking. I need you to stop and never go back.
I will, Dad, I promise.
I want to believe you, Stacy, but I don't. I can't. I hate to say it, but I don't trust you. This is what I'm going to do. Beginning now, I'm going to drink water, fruit juice, that's it. No solid food, no supplements. And I will continue like this until I'm convinced that you are not going to smoke anymore. If I'm not convinced, I'm going to keep up with it and take it wherever it goes.
What? Come on, Dad. You're not serious. What are you gonna do, just stop eating?
Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I haven't thought it all out. Right now, I'm just going to work tomorrow. I'm going to take it from there. I will drink fruit juice, and that's all. Listen, sweetheart, I really believe in my heart that what you're doing is dangerous. I know how hard it is to stop smoking once you get addicted to it. I love you with all my heart. I will do anything to protect you. I want you to live a long life. I think it's a sin to jeopardize that with anything as stupid as smoking cigarettes.
Hey, Dad, listen. I mean it when I say I'll stop.
It's not that simple, Stick. It has to come from deep within yourself. It's easy to stop for a few days, a couple of weeks, but that's not what I want. You have to be committed to it. When I walked in on you last night, you said something that terrified me. You said, but I just needed one. The word needed scared the hell out of me. Just needed one. A 15-year-old girl should not need a cigarette.
I think your father and I will talk this out a little more. Don't worry, this will all work out. Now, you go upstairs and your father and I will finish cleaning up down here.
God, I can't believe this.
Jack, are you serious? Jack, I'm talking to you.
Georgia, I'm serious. Jess, Jesus.
Jack, it's one thing to get as angry as you are, but you're talking crazy. Do you know what you must sound like to Stacy? You don't commit suicide over someone deciding to smoke a cigarette.
I'm not playing games here, Georgia, and I'm not just talking about a cigarette. We take away a few privileges for a few weeks, punish her in some other way. She'll stop for a while, but until she learns how to hide it better.
I just don't believe this is going to have the results you want. So, go ahead and stay off food if you want. I'm going to go finish cleaning the kitchen. I want nothing to do with this.
You never do.
What?
You always just want everything to be fine.
Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry.
printed out these messages from online. You're murdering your father, you bitch. You must be stupid, you're no better than a junkie. God, everyone hates me. How do so many people know?
Are you kidding? There are no secrets in this school. Once they started texting, it became a story. It was all over Facebook this morning, but they didn't use any names.
What? Facebook? Oh, this is so embarrassing.
Relax, let people talk. Everyone at school is on your side.
Here's another one. How could you do this to your dad? I hope you choke on the smoke.
Choke on the smoke. I like it. Sounds like a punk rock group.
Shit! I'm never going back to school. Where's Alana? I know she had a doctor's appointment today. Is she okay? I tried to conference her in, but I kept getting her voicemail.
I'm heading over there now.
Okay, tell her to call me. I'm just gonna go hide under my bed.
Hello? No, he can't come to the phone. Oh, yeah, well, thanks for the support. I'll be sure he gets your message. Asshole. My God, there can't be that many people who know or care. Excuse me, can I help you?
Mrs. Grayson, might we have your word with your husband and your daughter, Stacy?
No, but you can have a word with the police when I have you arrested for criminal trespass. No one said you could come into our home.
Mrs. Grayson, please. 10 minutes and we're out of here.
Please leave us alone and don't come back.
Please, Mrs. Grayson. 10 minutes, that's all we need. The news is gonna get out whether you cooperate or not. Why don't you tell us your side?
This is not news. This is not a story. This is a personal family matter. Now please leave us alone.
That's right.
So as you can tell, tensions are running high with the Grayson family. According to RCU News, Jack Grayson is several days into his hunger strike and his health is deteriorating. All accounts indicate that the daughter will not quit smoking. We will continue to monitor the situation as it unfolds. This is Susan Orley, WRCU News.
I can't believe this is happening. You need a shave and a haircut. You look like shit.
Nice to see you too.
So how are you feeling?
Not too bad, actually. Not as lightheaded as I thought.
Listen, Jack. The calls from supporters are getting abusive to Stacy, and now reporters. Can't we stop this?
I haven't seen any indication from Stacy that we...
Okay, that's a no. I don't need a speech. Tonight, I'm moving into the guest room. You can have the bedroom to yourself.
I see.
I just figured you can be alone while you do...
Yeah, I've been alone in our bedroom for some time.
I know, and I'm sorry. I know I haven't been as... Jack? 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 Are you all right, Jack? Please, it's my husband. He's very ill. We're at 2552 Ogden Road near Lakeside. No, he's passing out. Please, hurry. Hurry.
I'm sorry. Don't be mad.
I'm not mad, Jack. And please, darling, breathe slowly.
I didn't mean. Tell Stacy.
You'll tell her yourself, Jack. You'll be okay. You're just weak from not. We'll get you to the hospital. We'll take care of you. Oh, darling, we'll take care of each other, okay?
I'm so sorry, Georgia. I love you.
Jack!
Hours now. He's gonna wake up soon. We'll get him shaved and get him something to eat, some tea or some broth or something.
Thank you so much for your kindness.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Is it true that he went on a hunger strike to stop his daughter from smoking?
Yes, it's true.
You know, when my 13-year-old started smoking about 10 years ago, I wailed on him good. I know, that's all frowned on now, but...
So he quit?
Oh, for about a month or so. But he went right back to it. I guess there's nothing I could really do to stop it. So I just stopped trying.
You stopped trying, but not you, Jack. You would never give up on us, would you?
What happened? Stacy?
No, darling, it's me. Are you okay?
Oh, okay. I'm in the hospital. Oh, God. Whew. Boy. Thirsty. Oh. Thank you. That's good.
The doctor says that if we can keep your weight up, if we can...
Please don't.
Don't say you're sorry. I'm sorry. We're sorry. We left you alone on this. None of us supported what you were trying to do. Your friends, your family. We should have been on your side. But we didn't. We didn't...
I would not recommend joining me on my hunger strike.
No, I couldn't do that. I don't have your strength. Jack, you told me you were willing to do this thing for Stacy because you loved her. Let me ask you, would you be willing to stop this thing because you love us?
Word games. Great. Hoisting me my own petard.
Well, would you at least think about it?
I promise you I'll think about it.
All right. I'll see you tonight, Jack. And I love you.
I've always known.
Yeah, well, now I know.
You shouldn't try to get out of bed. You're not strong enough.
Stacy, your mother was just here.
This is not my fault. I'm not responsible for this.
Why don't you sit down, Stacy?
I don't want to sit down. I don't want to be here. Dad, I don't want you to be here.
Do you remember a few years ago, we made a movie with the camcorder. We pretended I was a wounded spy coming back from a mission, and you were the nurse that took care of me. Mommy ran the camcorder. Do you remember that? I miss that sort of stuff. You know, when we did things as a family. Look, I heard about the calls and the social media harassment. I'm really sorry. I tell you, if anyone ever suggested I'd end up in the hospital because of a hunger strike, I would tell them they're crazy, you know? You know, I remember one time you
I
were only
hate
about...
you.
Oh, Baby, please.
I hate you.
Don't.
I hate you. I hate you. Please, Dad. I promise I'll stop. I promise.
I know, baby. I know. I'll be okay.
Dad, promise you'll get better soon. Let's go back to how it was before. Without the stupid recorder.
You have a deal.